Erie, Pennsylvania has been ever-growing since before the 1700s. The Europeans were first to explore the land which would become the Erie region. This is apparent in the peninsula, which was named Presque, meaning almost an island. Lake Erie was the most important of the 5 Great Lakes for shipping because it connected the east coast with the developing west. Erie would also prove to be an epicenter of transportation, having access to the lake and the developing railroads as time passed. By the 1960s and 70s, Erie hit a decline in its growth. However, it has been able to rebuild itself in the past few decades. Like other Rust Belt communities, its citizens have steadily moved to the suburbs, leaving the downtown for redevelopment. The move to the suburbs distinguished Erie as an emerging shopping center, which attracts people from the tri-state area as well as Ontario. Erie has much to offer. Whether it is a weekend shopping trip or a summer-long experience, there is something for everyone. There are several retail shopping areas, primarily centered around Mill Creek Mall on Peach Street. The mall has everything from food to clothing, from video games to a pet store. As you travel further up Peach Street, you will find Splash Lagoon. Opened in 2003, Splash Lagoon is the area's only indoor water park. Water slides swerve in and out of the building, giving it a distinct look. An indoor wave pool was added in 2011, and there is more to come.
So it's the 10th anniversary of Splash Lagoon. It was actually built by Mr. Scott. It actually took 3 years in the making, actually, for us to come up with this. We are rated by Budget Travel today as the second best water park in the world to go to. We were on the Travel Channel as well, featured on the Travel Channel, which is also on our website, which is kind of neat. We see literally millions and millions of people come through these stores in any one given year.
The park also features a 6,500 square foot arcade and a large laser tag area built by local franchise Scott Enterprises. Looking for a place nearby to try your luck? Erie introduced Presque Downs and Casino in 2007. A large draw for tourism, the casino has over 2,000 slot machines and 48 game tables, which are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. A horse race track is also open throughout the summer and national races are streamed. The casino is conveniently located just off of Route 90, and shuttle services offer rides from local hotels to the casino. Not far away is a more family-friendly atmosphere for a fun afternoon. The Erie Zoo is quite unique to such an area. The zoo opened in 1930 and is home to over 400 animals, including giraffes, penguins, lions, bears, and many more. The zoo is open from spring through summer and also hosts many special events. If you're looking for a place to eat lunch with a small hometown feel, look no further. The Lawrence Park Diner is a small family-owned restaurant which serves delicious home cooking.
Right, the diner has been here since 1948. It's on the National Register of Historic Places. It's the only diner in Pennsylvania on this registry. It's really kind of like a step back in time. This is, like an old-fashioned diner that people that are in their 70s or 80s would come to and get a soda and burgers and fries. So a lot of people, will take the jaunt off of Interstate 90 and, search it out and come down here. And it's been really, 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 really good. We get to meet a lot of people from a lot of different places.
The other thing people like, too, is it's not just a chain, but it's not just a restaurant. It's something very unique. It's a piece of history that they can come back and go, wow, this is the way it was in 1948.
Erie's downtown has a rich nightlife. While there are several bars that are quite new to the area, some also have a fascinating history. The brewery at Union Station, for example, is a classic hotspot for entertainment, food, and locally brewed beer.
Union Station was actually finished in December of 1927. It's about 85 years old. It was built as the first Art Deco station in the United States of America, which is significant. We've had a lot of notable travelers through here, from President Truman to FDR to Babe Ruth, Jack Dempsey, heavyweight boxing champ. So a lot of notables came through. If you were coming or going through Erie, Pennsylvania in the 20s, 30s, 40s, all up to the 70s, you were probably going through rail and you're probably going through this building. So a lot of great history in the building. We've been here for 7 years, and Union Station is a great home. We try to keep everything intact and the integrity of the old structure in the building and the decor with what we're trying to do. Outside of being the exclusive brew pub of downtown, we do a lot of special events. and we try to focus on events that aren't going on around town or in the region. Block parties obviously go on throughout the summer. Those are a great help. We have several festivals throughout the year, including the Erie Microbrew Fest, which we just wrapped up this spring. That happens every April, and that brings in about 1,600 people to downtown Erie. When we track the ticket sales, they're coming from about 7 different states and from Canada. The beer culture, those people will get in a car and drive a couple hundred miles to go to an event or to have a great local meal, a great local beer, and a great old historic building. So we're very lucky to have all this.
Traveling further downtown, one may stumble across the Erie Art Museum. The Art Museum began as a grassroots movement that has flourished into a modern staple in the cultural hub of downtown Erie.
The Art Museum has a lot of things going on. The most visible thing is the exhibition programs. We also have a large performing arts component in addition to the festival. We present performances here at the museum. In fact, tomorrow night we have a concert by a singer-songwriter. It's hard to find a weekend in the summer when there isn't some kind of festival going on. I hope everybody comes to the Art Museum. We're free every Wednesday. The second Sunday of every month we're free, and we have gallery nights when we're free. So come to the museum.
Close by is the historic Warner Theater, a beautiful building built by the Warner Brothers in 1929. The theater hosts a wide range of lectures and entertainment shows, boasting an impressive schedule of more than 150 events per year. Historical tourism has become quite popular in Erie in the past decade. The Erie Maritime Museum, opened in 1998, is one such example of an educational attraction with much story to tell. Next door on the Bayfront is the Bayfront Convention Center. This center brings countless people to Erie each year for conventions, conferences, and charity events of all kinds. The center allows people to grasp a flavor of what Erie has to offer and tempts them to come back for more. If you're looking for a weekend of fun for the whole family, many attractions can be found near Erie's peninsula. One such attraction is Waldameer Park and Waterworld.
We are the 8th oldest continuously operated amusement park in the world. We pride ourselves on our family orientation and family atmosphere. There's not many parks that have that as their focus. We have lots of plans. In 2015, we're installing a 30,000-foot wave pool. We haven't updated our water park since the 80s, so it's time to do that.
Waldameer offers over 75 rides, slides, and attractions. The park's flagship ride, the Ravine Flyer 2, is nationally ranked as the 6th best wooden roller coaster and was labeled the best new ride when it was built in 2008. For an in-depth look at the history of Erie's environment and wildlife, you can travel right across Peninsula Avenue to the Tom Ridge Environmental Center. The center, named after Pennsylvania's former governor, was opened in 2006 and features a large-format movie theater and an observation tower of 75 feet which overlooks the lake.
In the summer, the tower acts as a kind of an air evacuation system, so the cooler air is drawn from the lower levels of the building up, so it helps to cool the building off. The Tom Ridge Environmental Center is unique because it offers an educational experience for the park goer. Since we opened in 2006, we've had over 800,000 visitors come to the center. With the Tom Ridge Center, you have a number of opportunities to learn more about the park.
I oversee the environmental education, which includes the exhibits. We have all different kinds of exhibits on the second floor, from history to archaeology, to art, to photography. So we always try to have different things happening here. The films are also constantly changing. And then we do a whole line of different programs, talks and hands-on programs, outdoor programs, skill programs, kids programs to attract people here, to give them a reason to come here.
We have a lot to offer, and I think that the future looks very good for us as we continue to build relationships and we continue to build partnerships with groups to bring the public bigger and better things.
Just down the hill is a popular stop on a hot day. Located at the entrance to the peninsula, Sarah's Ice Cream is an Erie favorite with both tourists and locals. Whether you're stopping in after a day at the beach or simply making an ice cream trip, Sarah's is always a welcome treat. Last but certainly not least is Erie's celebrated Presque State Park. With 13 miles of roads, 21 miles of trails, 13 beaches for swimming, and a marina. Popular activities at the park include swimming, boating, hiking, biking, and bird watching.
One of the most interesting couple of people that I talked to were from Australia, and they were here to observe the migratory birds. And it's interesting because you get such a different perspective from someone who comes from a totally different part of the world, and that they've come here on purpose and they plan their trip and they're excited to be here. People who travel throughout the United States, this is one of the places that they may very well come because we have something unique here.
But we have millions of people that visit the park every year, and so those people are mostly coming in the summertime. In the wintertime, we have recreation as well, cross-country skiing, ice fishing, winter hiking, and people just like to come and see the beauty of winter. We're pretty dramatic in the wintertime with our landscape once the ice dunes form, and it looks surreal here. A lot of people like to come up from Pittsburgh just for the weekend to see the ice dunes, which is just viewing unusual scenery.
We're known for our sunsets, and the wintertime is no different. On some cold winter evenings, you can see very spectacular sunsets over the lake. And people come out, they want to see that. They want to continue to have that connection and relationship with the park.
On the surface, many people may not realize all that Erie, Pennsylvania has to offer. With its variety of culture, nature, and history, Erie truly is the hidden gem of Pennsylvania. Whether you enjoy indoor or outdoor activities, shopping, or roller coasters, there is something here for everyone.